What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Speaking Nerd podcast, where we talk about all things nerdy. And I can't quite top off what Marvel says because that's his line, so I'm not even going to steal it. But welcome back to another episode, another Thursday evening of recording, and another day to get ready for the weekend. Hopefully, for more superhero news. So, Marvel, do you want to talk about what we're going to be talking about today?
So
Thank you for
today
the
we have
introduction.
some stuff. The two main topics that I wanted to talk about today were uh, the new images related to the Mortal Kombat movie, and then also WandaVision came out. So I figured if for those who of us who have watched it, we're just going to give our thoughts. Nothing spoiler centric, but just just kind of a quick discussion about the first two episodes and what we think about them. So but before that, I kind of just wanted to get into some DC news and some smaller stuff that came along this week. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about was something that Ultra is more familiar with than I am. So why don't you take it away with the supposed rumor that's going around about this?
I will take it away, as I
Okay.
always do. Well, so on the Fat Man on Batman podcast of Kevin Smith, um, his co-host brought up the fact that there is a rumor of a Batman animated series revival
I heard
uh,
about this.
at HBO Max, and Kevin Smith kind of possibly confirmed it because he has a friend who has told him, has confirmed news before.
Mhm.
So there's a high likelihood that this is true. That we would be getting a Batman animated series continuation on HBO Max.
Now, I heard about this as well. Do you think that? But this is a question for both of you. Do you guys think that it would be coming this year? I'm a believer that it probably wouldn't. Maybe the beginning of next year, but you know it could. Since it's an animated show, it might not take extremely long for a first season to come out, depending on how many episodes. I mean, we all know that the animated series had a good amount of episodes in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think? Do you think it would be coming out this year, or we would wait a bit?
I'm not sure about like episodes coming out this year, but
Yeah.
if it's happening, they'll definitely make an announcement.
Yeah.
Maybe at DC Fandom.
Oh, that's right. There's going to be another one. They do it
That
every year now.
it would definitely be a good idea to do it then.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
that definitely would be the best place to announce it. If it does end up happening, I don't see it this year. Like, definitely no. I don't see it coming at any point this year. Definitely, like maybe next year. Like, I don't know about early next year. Like, definitely, I'm thinking more like later on into that year. Um,
Now, I just thought of this, but it might seem better to come out next year anyway because it's going to be the 30th anniversary of the show. That could be what they're planning, like on purpose because it's the 30th anniversary.
Oh
mhm.
yeah, definitely that would be a great idea.
Maybe
And
just like even on the
maybe they'll
day.
maybe they'll premiere it in September too.
Yes.
That was when it premiered.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that would be a great idea for them to announce it maybe at DC Fandom this year, but make
Yeah,
the first episode come out on the 30th anniversary of the animated series.
and
Hmm.
they'd probably have the whole season done by then.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, but I think if they're doing that, then I think it'd be a great idea to bring back other shows. Um,
Like
maybe
Superman
not.
animated series.
Well, even Justice League, I would really love, or Batman Beyond, or in some way, shape, or form. I know it kind of ended in Justice League, but there's still stories that could be told. Obviously, I mean it's DC. I mean they can think of something.
I mean, I definitely Batman Beyond would be a great idea. I mean, even though I proposed it, but Superman animated series probably can't do that since they had an actual ending.
Yeah.
Justice League definitely. They could even make new shows with the characters,
I would love that.
like Flash or Wonder Woman,
I would really, to be honest with you, be interested in a Hawk Girl show.
or
Personally,
a Jon Stewart show.
yeah, that would be.
I'd,
A Jon Stewart and Hawk Girl show, like
oh yeah,
intertwined, would be great because their chemistry on that show was amazing.
like they could have go around space and fight bad guys.
But I think the cast would 100% be up for it.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, totally.
I mean,
they're always there for the fans, and they're always talking about how whenever there's an opportunity to get together, all of them, then they do it every time. Comic Cons, whatever it may be.
Jail reunion.
Yeah. But
they've been doing that for years.
Yeah. But yeah, the animated series, I think you guys are right on. It probably 99% sure it would not come out this year, but definitely would be announced this year. And I think that Kevin Smith as well, he knows Kevin Conroy. So if Kevin Conroy knows anything about it and Kevin asked him, he'd probably secretly, obviously he would be like, yes, it is in development.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith obviously wouldn't be able to say anything, but still. Yeah. And Kevin Smith, I see him as a pretty reliable source because at least from what I've seen of when he talks about rumors, he doesn't splur it out and give everybody so much hope to where he's pretty confident every time he puts out new news.
Yeah, he didn't even say who it was, and he said it's a high probability.
Yeah. I'd be so down for that.
I'd be stoked.
As long as the original cast is coming back, or as many of them as they can get.
Yeah, we need the original cast.
Yeah. So Marvel, what's your thoughts on what you would want out of the show? What would you what's new that you would like it to bring to the table?
I'm not sure, man. As long as they get a majority of the original cast and crew back, and they stick relatively well to the foundation, like that kind of tone set, then I'm sure this is going to be a great thing. But the one thing that I'm kind of thinking about was because lately with projects relating to the DC animated universe, they've been trying to incorporate some more kind of modern conventions from the comics, like just this year we had the Adventures Continue comic for Batman the Animated Series, where they they brought Jason Todd back into canon, and so that's the one thing that I'm kind of worried about, is them taking these ideas from.
I really hope that they do not canonize that comic.
Well, I think that the best thing personally for them to do would be, now this is probably not what they're going to do, but it would be great for the fans, is if they retcon everything except for the TV shows, if they're continuing this, or at least the comics that don't make people pissed off.
I mean, I love all the comics that aren't the Adventures Continues and
me too,
and Batman and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, the original comic series. I mean,
they
can't keep using this new stuff.
If they're gonna implement any of the Adventures Continues, they're gonna have to make it actually good.
Right.
I mean, it's just really poor.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The other thing that kind of just came into my head was, if they decide to revive this show, how much are they really going to put into it? Like, how many seasons and, that kind of thing? Because the one thing that I'm kind of hoping for is, if they decide to, let's get one more season of that show, and, try to make it where we have, a satisfying payoff and, a satisfying conclusion to that show, and kind of just leave the door open
like a finale.
Yeah, an actual legitimate finale. And
because Judgment Day is in no way a finale.
No. But Yeah, it's hard to kind of speculate on this kind of thing, until we
Yeah.
get confirmation about it, and you know, until then, they could go, with dozens and upon dozens of possibilities for what to do. But the one thing that another thing that kind of just came into mind is that, this gets enough traction to where we finally have, a legitimate Justice League reunion. Maybe get some more endings to other shows that didn't really land as well, like Batman Beyond and
Static Shock.
Oh yeah.
Zeta Project. Like,
We need the Zeta Project to return. I will
um,
never stop advocating for the great show that is the Zeta Project.
Well,
So
that's the thing is with the DC animated shows is that they had so many good ones. Um, I would say all of them were good, but there's only a handful that are great.
yeah,
Like obviously the animated series is great. Um, I think Justice League personally is better than Unlimited in my opinion. Um,
it's definitely better. I mean,
yeah,
the finales of Unlimited are amazing,
yeah, they are. I agree.
but like the in between episodes aren't as good as the in between
Well,
episodes for
yeah,
J.
like they're not bad, but
I
they're just
mean,
not as interesting because there's so many heroes. It's
yeah,
like you
they're all
get
good.
away from the Justice League, like the core members.
Though the Cadmus saga was amazing.
Yeah, but I would say Justice League, just normal Justice League, Batman the animated series, and Batman Beyond are great shows, and Superman are great shows.
mm-hmm,
Hmm.
And Static Shock is a great show. That's an underrated show, I think, for a lot of people.
I love Static Shock.
mm-hmm.
But people tend to forget that it's in the frickin' animated
Also,
universe.
also, nobody forget the Zeta Project.
Except that
The
everyone
the an,
did.
the animated masterpiece that it is.
But
Hey,
yeah,
you got a lot of people like scratching their heads, being like, "Was Zeta Project a part of
I know.
it?"
Just you watch. I'll make a video about the Zeta Project.
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
really a lover of like the old, just those kinds of shows.
Yeah.
I think make the shows better. The fact that of what time period they were made in. I love the late '90s, early 2000s TV show look.
Mhm.
Also, let's all agree that Batman animated series is the greatest cartoon of all time.
Uh,
It's definitely up
I
there for sure.
I would agree, but I would put Spider-Man the animated series right next to it.
Yeah, Spider-Man the animated series is like number 2 for me
Yeah, but
because
yeah,
Christopher Daniel Barnes is the best Spider-Man. Just saying.
Um. Okay. This is just okay. If we're talking top tier cartoons, as much as I love Spider-Man the animated series, and because I just watched this recently again,
You're gonna say spectacular, aren't you?
spectacular on the level that, as a show that's, mostly with its storytelling is, absolutely incredible. But
I
no, actually, I agree that it's a better show
I love
storytelling wise than the Spider-Man the animated series.
yeah.
I agree.
I definitely do agree. And I love spectacular, but sometimes it feels a little bit too, like overhyped sometimes. I love it,
Yeah.
but
Well,
nobody talks about Spider-Man the animated series.
Yeah. I
well,
mean,
yeah,
I,
but like,
I
no, go
mean, I
ahead.
wouldn't call it perfect, but like,
It's
just
yeah,
as
it's
a
close.
yeah. Um. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Swifty, before I just cut you off
I was
there?
no, I was gonna say back to the animated series so we can end this off. I was gonna say if they're bringing the animated series back, I would say that it would be a smart move to bring back Batman Beyond over the other shows if they're not gonna do other shows. They should definitely continue the Batman animated universe. I
Yeah,
think 100%
Mm-hmm.
because I mean Batman Beyond is probably I would say like the most well received Batman TV show next to the animated series of all time.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it has a fucking 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Plus
Now,
it
I don't
plus
pay too much attention to Rotten Tomatoes, because I don't really think I don't care what they have to say.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that a lot of things on Rotten Tomatoes are misjudged. I think they rate bad movies good and good movies bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're dead on, though, on Batman Beyond, giving it 100%. But the ending was just bad because it didn't have one. But
unless you count the epilogue.
we do not count it, no. No, but yeah, so they should 100%, if you bring the animated series back, at least bring back another show that we all know and love. And I think if they're going to do just one, definitely Beyond. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
You know what's another thing I want to see with this is that, you know, when they say bring back the animated series, you know, if they're going to like go with an art style, then make it the animated series and not like the new adventures. I would love for them to do that.
Yeah, I am curious like where it's gonna lie in the timeline, because when Paul Dini and Co were writing Batman: The Adventures continues, they were not caring about the timeline whatsoever. With the whole Nora freeze and Jason Todd placement in the timeline,
Yeah.
literally none of it made sense.
Yeah, no. You want to talk about like the timeline? Watch Justice League versus the Fatal Five, and
Oh my gosh!
like
Oh my gosh.
I just
I enjoyed it, but again, it doesn't take that much time to maintain the timeline.
Yeah.
It takes just a little bit of forethought.
Yeah, which I mean these creators nowadays don't really care about, but at least there is a group of people who are dedicated to that sort of thing, and you should go subscribe to them. So
Watchtower Database. Watchtower Database. I love you guys. If you're watching this, but you probably aren't.
Probably not. Anyway, let's just move on to something else. But so Titans. Yeah, that's still a thing.
My gosh.
That's happening.
If I hear about them anytime soon, it'll be too soon.
So we're not going to talk about the show because we already did like plenty of other times on different episodes.
Yeah, but when we talked about how much we hate it.
Mm-hmm. But some news came out about some casting that interests me a little bit.
It's kind of the reaction was kind of ironic, don't you think?
Anyway, they have Barbara Gordon for the show for seasons 3 and I guess 4, which is already happening.
Oh no.
So we have Savannah Welsh. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. In the role, and like they said, this will be post Killing Joke Barbara, so she'll already be in the wheelchair. And
isn't she like in real life disabled?
I know some people were saying that, but
yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. So,
but do you want to know something that I find ironic?
What's that?
Remember how everybody got mad about the casting for Starfire?
Yep.
And let's see. The actress of Barbara Gordon doesn't exactly look picture perfect Barbara Gordon, does she?
I mean, from the photos that I've seen, like, I wouldn't say it's quite Barbara, but...
See the irony? because the fans are pretty hypocritical.
They want everything to be like just as they did in the comics, which no.
Even though they're good with it one way, but not good with it the other way.
Well, as long as it's good, then who cares? But as long as it's not good,
but it's Titans, so it's not good.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm surprised I haven't gotten hate mail.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, not yet.
Not yet.
So,
Titans fans are gonna go after me,
yeah.
and so are the Gotham fans because I've been saying some stuff about them on Twitter.
Mhm. So, anyway, back to the topic at hand. I mean, it's cool that they have a barber for the show. I haven't seen, they say that, she is, the actress is disabled in a way, um, which I think is kind of smart on their end rather than, having someone cast who's not. Because, like, she's probably not going to be doing much in the show anyway, so
She'll just be Oracle.
yeah.
Like, did they hint? I don't think they hinted at this at all.
No, not from my memory, no.
I just don't know why they're bringing her in per se.
There's a lot of questions related to Titans that I'd rather not get into right now.
Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
Just everything. Why?
Yeah. So anyway, Swifty, what do you think of this news?
I mean, I don't really care about Titans personally, so
Good enough. Anyway,
it
moving
doesn't
on.
affect me. Yeah, it doesn't affect me.
um, yeah,
Oh,
that's
so the deal is she's missing her right leg.
Yeah.
She was in like some crash and they amputated it.
okay.
Mhm.
That'll be
Wait, so how does that work then?
I guess they're just changing it up again. I mean, they're doing that for Red Hood, so
But the actor of Red Hood is special.
anyway, moving on. Zack Snyder. The Snyder Cut is coming out pretty soon, I
This is
think.
something I actually
Yeah.
want to talk about.
Like literally in a couple months. If
It's in
memory
March.
serves me. Yeah.
Technically, about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
very exciting.
Super soon. Super
Yeah.
close.
So for the longest time, as we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, they've been kind of going back and forth a little bit on what this is gonna be, whether it's gonna
Yeah.
be a 4-hour movie or just like 4 episodes each, 1-hour episodes. But now, from what it looks like now, it will definitively be a 4-hour 4-hour movie. So
And everybody's complaining about it.
Well,
Even the people who don't want to watch it.
yeah, but aren't they just releasing the episodes and then turning it into a movie?
I think it's just going to be a movie.
I think
Yeah, but how the fuck is that going to work? Because they're not even done reshoots. They're not going to be able to edit all that shit by March if they're doing reshoots now.
I don't know.
Are we sure we're not
Oh.
expecting another delay?
Dude,
They're gonna-
all I'm saying is Zack Snyder better know what the fuck he's doing because I'm not going to sit through another shit show of a film.
Dude, I don't know anymore. Like
I
Me
mean,
neither.
he's been amping it up for like years. So
Yeah, really.
it better be something.
Oh man, dude.
I mean, it's more the fans that have amped him up, and then at some point he was
Yeah.
just like, okay, all right, just to shut you guys up, like,
Yeah, let's-
here, fuck off now. He's just so.
I mean, like,
I hope it's good.
look. I mean, is it? Do we have an exact release date or no? Just
No,
March?
we're just March is the time frame.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say it comes out the 3rd week of March, right? That
Mhm.
gives us exactly. What is it? The second to last week of Jan. Let's just start off from Monday. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? Oh no, wait, no, 4, 5, 6. So 9 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if it's possible to get a good amount of work done in that amount of time for how much they're actually putting into this.
I mean, 9 weeks. I mean, you'd use like at least 7, probably 7 of those weeks for reshoots.
Right. And how long have they even been doing reshoots? Do you either of you guys, like, not a definitive, but like
I mean, this.
around how long have they
I
been
want to
doing
say since October.
Yeah, I think it was around October, November.
it? But see, when did Affleck even come back for reshoots?
Yeah, I know he did. Cavill didn't.
Cavill didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
Well,
So I'm guessing they already had stuff for him.
we've got a problem here.
Could you imagine if he comes back with the mustache and they're like, "Oh God, not again."
He grew a mustache in post-mortem. By that logic, he'd have some also very long hairs.
But yeah, I don't know.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they, at like some point in between now and March, we're just like, okay, like we're gonna delay this to
next March.
No. Let's just say like summer
May.
2021. Like
yeah,
summer.
I'm hoping not, because I feel like we waited long enough for this.
It's not like we've been waiting for like 4 years.
See,
away.
what I would have liked, and I think a lot of people would have liked, is release the 4 episodes and then make a separate version, just put them all together, right?
And maybe release in theaters.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone's gonna sit 4 hours in a theater to watch the fucking Snyder cut.
and have a black and white version just cause. Like,
Black and white version.
But yeah, I don't know. The only people I see really happy about this is Snyder cultists. Like,
and then the casual, and then there's the casual Snyder fans.
Right, like I'm not a Snyder like maniac, but like I'm not even a fan. I just like I like some of what he's done. That's it.
Yeah, I'm a like casual enjoyed some stuff.
Yeah.
Snyder casual.
So yeah, the only people that are like, they're like, oh my god, it's gonna tell such a great story. Like I'm gonna watch it. If it's 4 hours, believe me, I'll watch it still.
Yeah.
Especially if it's
Me too.
good. But I don't know. Nobody knows if it's good or not. I'm sure it'll be better than Whedon's, but we're not guaranteed.
Anything's better than Whedon's.
That's true. Anything is.
Even though you know for a fact by the time it does come out, people are still gonna watch it and say it's a piece of shit anyway.
Yeah,
that's like, true.
Half of people are gonna say it's terrible, and then the other half is gonna say it's absolute cinema and better than Citizen Kane.
Oh my god, could you imagine if the Snyder cultists got upset with the finished product?
That would
show that it's really bad. That would show that it's a bad movie.
It's like, well, that was a waste of
years.
HBO's money. So, Snyder cut of the Snyder cut.
Hey, I'm good with seeing Ben Affleck in a movie. That's what I'm watching it for.
You know what? Honestly, like, if it's a movie or like 4 episodes, like I don't care either way. Like I'm probably still gonna watch it anyway.
I'll watch it.
Content. It's something.
Yeah, and I mean it's the biggest thing DC has going for it this year, apart from Gotham Knights. Obviously, we have a lot more in the future, but this year alone, we don't have that much.
Oh my god,
2 things really.
And I'm hoping and pleading that this is going to be great.
I hope too. I mean, but we can't know for certain until.
Yeah, I really don't know.
And I mean, they better give us a trailer.
Yeah,
like an actual trailer.
I think he said he's going to release another trailer.
Good.
Probably, like, if they do that, that should be the last trailer.
Yeah.
Imagine.
We just need like a pre-launch trailer, just like
imagine if the
2 weeks before.
Imagine if the thing releasing in March is just the trailer.
Wow. It's like, this is it.
Next year.
So what I really was trying to do was get the whole feel of BVS back in the Justice League, and I just wanted. This is only 2 hours of the movie. We're gonna release the next two next March. Forgot to tell you guys that, but really excited. I'm the head of the DCEU now, so we're gonna go back to Batman killing, all the great stuff that you guys love. Because we all know Batman kills, and yeah, thank you guys so much. See you in the year.
No,
That's literally what we're gonna be
no,
hearing.
no. This is what he's gonna do. Okay, here's the trailer, and then at the end of it, it says first episode coming out 2022.
First ever. And then it says this trailer is exclusively on HBO Max.
No, you know what I want? I want that trailer to come out and be like, I spent over $40 million on a trailer. Fuck you all.
We had to do that's what all the reshoots were for. Just the trailer, the
Yeah.
launch trailer.
Oh my god. Yeah, final thoughts. Whatever. Snyder cut. Fuck everything.
I hope it's good. I hope it's
Snyder
good.
Cut. My response is just we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. What other DC news do we have?
But this is a random thing. But Swifty, speaking of Batman killing, there was a guy on Twitter the other day who said Batman who was acting like Batman '89 is a good Batman movie.
It is a good Batman movie.
I'd say it's a great movie, but a bad Batman movie.
I'd just say the only aspect about it that's bad is a whack job, but still love the atmosphere. But yeah.
Well, like aesthetically and visually, great Batman movie. Character wise, no.
It's literally it's literally the Joker movie before the Joker movie came out.
Yeah, and it has Batman like murdering left and right.
Yeah, Batman's just there. He's not doing anything. He's just in the back.
Wait, who did he kill in the first movie? Except Joker.
I mean,
well,
he blew up that one building.
Yeah, he did blow up Axis Chemicals, I should call it.
Axis Chemicals.
Axis Chemicals.
Fuck, that's a weird change.
I know. I was like, what the hell?
Hey, don't you remember when Tim Burton said he never reads comic books?
Now we know.
Because he renamed it Axis Chemicals.
And then you read the front cover of The Killing Joke, and it was like, oh yeah, this is my favorite Batman story.
Yes.
But yeah, he also, like that dude in the bell tower, he murdered.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. So he killed some people.
And then Batman Returns, you know.
Well, Batman Returns was more self-explanatory that he was a psychopath.
He literally lights a clown on fire with his Batmobile.
Well, the one that gets me more than that is when the brute guy where he has the bomb on him.
Oh yeah,
he throws him in the gutter and he smiles as he walks away. I'm like, holy shit! This is some like Marvel said. This is some Joker tier shit.
Also, I mean, I love those movies. I love Batman and Batman Returns, but Tim Burton just did not get the character.
Look, let's all just throw it out there. Batman and Robin is the best Batman movie.
Yes, Batman
absolutely.
and Robin is the best Batman movie.
Marvel, absolutely.
That's the one movie out of those four where Batman doesn't kill someone.
Oh my god, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, but Batgirl kills Poison Ivy though.
No, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Remember, she got swallowed by the plant.
Yeah,
she's in the end of the movie in the
Oh yeah, that's right.
in Arkham Asylum.
That's right.
I forgot that.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm in this with a couple of Batman fans. All right.
Okay.
Don't
anyway,
even know Batman and Robin.
Okay. Wow. Since we ran out of DC news, we're gonna do a topic in between Marvel and DC stuff. So, Mortal Kombat. You guys a fan? Because I am.
I'm a fan
of Mortal Kombat.
I've never played one.
Well,
man, if I could just get my hands in you and perform a fatality. God damn it.
Perform a fatality.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, So the Mortal Kombat movie's coming out, and you know, from what we've heard, it's R-rated, and it's going to have a lot of the, the blood and violence that we've come to expect from Mortal Kombat, which I'm excited about, and
I've come to expect that.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch the original Mortal Kombat movie, there's not even there's barely any blood in that. So, anyway, we got some images thanks to Entertainment Weekly, and they look interesting, sort of, I guess. Some things look cool. Like
you said that so excitedly, Marvel.
It's just some images I'm like, it looks really good. Like the one with Sub-Zero and Liu Kang and Kung Lao. But then others like this new character that they're putting in the movie, which is basically just Johnny Cage, but not Johnny Cage. And it makes you wonder why they're not putting Johnny Cage in the movie. So
I know. I don't know either.
I have no idea what the words you are saying mean.
Yeah. You should just get off of the Speaking Nerd podcast.
I don't think I should.
Why don't you just mute yourself?
I will never mute myself.
But
I like Street Fighter.
Not Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Man, I almost lost my train of thought. God damn. So, I mean, I'm excited still. I mean, I can't wait to see this, and the fact that we're getting a Mortal Kombat movie that feels like a Mortal Kombat movie, but just some decisions that I'm seeing right off the bat kind of worry me a little bit. With certain characters, and just
you should always be cautious with video game movies.
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, I'm just surprised it's coming out so soon, to be honest with you.
I
mean,
when
April.
When is it coming out?
March or April. Yeah, April.
Wow.
Yeah.
So soon after, so soon, like during the pandemic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how long they've been working on it.
They've been working on it since like 2019, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I remember listening to a podcast about it in 2019.
Yeah, I want to say.
Yeah, you're right. Principal photography was in September and December of 2019.
I remember
how you know this, but it's just. But yeah, they've been working on this for a while, and I can't wait to see the finished product. But also, I'm kind of
cautious,
worried. But if anything, I still like. If it turns out to be bad, I mean, I still have the original movie to go back to. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest thing in Mortal Kombat, but like, it's still pretty good.
Is any video game the greatest?
I mean, there have been some close to perfect video games, and when it comes to video game movies, like...
Well, I'm talking about video games movies.
Well, I can only think of like two off the top of my head, which is...
Obviously, Super Mario Brothers.
God, no.
Where they say the F-bomb.
Oh, yeah, that's right, they do. I forgot about that.
that was alarming to me as a child.
Fucking Koopa was the worst thing about that movie.
When he was like a mob boss or something.
Yeah. Also, those Goombas. What the fuck did they do for those Goombas?
And didn't they have machine guns too?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a bad choice of a movie.
Yeah. For the first video game movie ever, like, yeah, that's probably like not the best place they could have gone with first.
Yeah.
But anyway, can't wait to see it. But anyway, what do you think, Swifty? Because I know you're into Mortal Kombat as I am, so.
I've never played.
I don't know if it. See, I'm weary about it because most of the time, video game movies are not good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know how much I trust Mortal Kombat being in a movie in 2020 or in the 2020s? Like, are they gonna? I don't know. It's just weird to me. I never thought the Mortal Kombat movies were great. They're good, but they're not like cinema masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All I know is I'm a huge fan of the games, and I'm hoping that this movie is at least decent. I mean, the only thing that might be a saving grace is that James Wan is producing it.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, and I love James Wan. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's a terrific director.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good.
And he directed Aquaman, I believe.
I love Aquaman.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's directed some pretty good horror movies. I mean, the Conjuring movies are freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know how that. Maybe that'll play a part in these movies. I don't know. And if it did, that would be interesting.
Watch the Mortal Kombat characters teleport into the real world, like all those amazing video games.
Excuse me.
It just it's just like the scene in Super Mario Brothers when Mario gets transported to uh the other Brooklyn. It's do the same way too.
I always hated when they did that with all those video game movies
Uh.
and cartoon movies too.
Yeah.
Except there's the one standout, Looney Tunes Back in Action, which is absolute peak cinema.
Oh God.
Also Space Jam.
Space Jam, yeah, I can get behind that. Um okay, let's talk about some Marvel stuff. I guess. So WandaVision happened. It came out and they put out the first two episodes and honestly, I got to say it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I was skeptical, but it's good so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't told, but if no one noticed and spoil,
No spoilers.
I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but Sword is definitely going to be involved in the story
Mm-hmm.
because anyone who is attentively watching would notice the Sword logo on I think it was like a computer television screen.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that because because Sword opens up a lot of doors for opportunities in the Marvel universe. Plus, they're just a really cool organization.
Mm-hmm. I think Sword, like, besides this, they also play a bit in Loki, but I might be misremembering that. But I mean,
Also Secret Wars.
yeah, yeah. But getting back to WandaVision, like I thought it was good. It really took the sitcom elements and they made him feel genuine and for the most part it was actually pretty funny with a lot of the jokes. Some jokes I felt kind of overstayed their welcome, but for the most part I enjoyed myself and I had
To
a
be
really
fair,
good time watching it.
you could say the same about most sitcoms back then.
That's true. Yeah.
But one fun fact about Sword, Jessica Drew was an agent of Sword. Spider Woman. And she's one of my favorite Marvel characters, so I hope she gets her debut at some point.
Mm-hmm. The most I remember Sword was in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But that's where I learned a lot of things about the Marvel universe, like in terms of some characters and teams and whatever.
Yeah, like when they did the Secret Invasion storyline too.
Yeah. God, it's such a great cartoon.
I thought they did all those storylines so well.
Yeah.
Like Purple Man.
Purple Man was really good.
Yeah, I love that episode.
I like the Winter Soldier bits too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they just did all the storylines really well.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion storyline was great. It just introduced a lot of comic book elements.
Yeah. Um, but getting back to WandaVision, you know,
Swifty, did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
I
okay.
might watch it tonight.
you should.
Yeah.
It's good. Well, actually, tomorrow 2 more episodes are coming out. So
Did they
Really?
2 more
yeah,
episodes or is it
yeah,
just
it's
one?
every Friday. It's every Friday.
Yeah,
Because
I
How
figured
the
it'd
heck
be
do
every
they do it?
Friday, but like 2 episodes?
remember last Friday was 2 episodes.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah, but they sometimes will do that just to start it off.
yeah, like they did that for The Boys on Amazon Prime. Like for the second season they had 3 episodes for its premiere and then every week afterwards was just one episode. So,
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's 1 episode per week.
yeah.
My bad.
I figured like it just
Let's hope someone didn't click off the video after I
Well,
said that.
because the season would go by really fast if that happened.
It
yeah.
did. Yeah, because there's only 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It'd be
that
like,
That's really short.
yeah.
well, The Mandalorian had about that many in the first season,
Well, I wouldn't know. I've only seen 1 episode of The
and the
Mandalorian.
second season it had about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw the first episode.
But yeah, anyway, I do like this, like this decision they do with streaming services and shows where they have like a couple episodes to start out with, and then, as time goes on, they do their 1 episode per week thing. Um,
Well, it's just like it's just like with real television.
yeah,
One per week.
yeah. Also, like in terms of shows like this, it's a good way to keep the conversation going, and
Yeah.
um,
Because if you release it all at once, like some things used to do,
Yeah.
well, Netflix still does it.
yeah. But yeah, that
Um,
you'd binge that in a weekend,
it
and
yeah,
then
and then it's basically just the flavor of the week,
yeah.
and then people lose interest.
Did you see that Netflix is like for this year they said something about releasing like 64 projects over
64.
yeah,
I know they're doing the He-Man show with Kevin Smith,
yeah,
which has Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy
yeah.
Wait, really?
and Susan Eisenberg, who played Wonder Woman.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's
I
gonna
guess
be awesome.
Justice League is back. No, I'm just kidding. That's like part of the Justice League right there.
Basically
Yeah.
a Justice League show at that point.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome.
But honestly, I'm excited for
Yeah.
the rest of the season. Especially like not only just for like story purposes, but also like for the the different styles of sitcoms that they're doing. The different decades.
I'm curious how many seasons they're going for, because this is supposed to lead into the Doctor Strange movie, right?
Yeah.
So I do wonder how many seasons they're going for,
That was one of my things.
because it's obvious going to have to end with like Doctor Strange appearing or something.
Yeah, it has to lead into like the multiverse trilogy that they're doing with.
So and like, what's the season goal? Like, where are we, like, is it just going to be one season, or are they going to go somewhere else at the end of this season? I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Hard to say.
At this point, I feel like it would just be one season, but honestly, it really is hard to say.
Who knows? I mean, it's only 9 episodes, so I don't know. And when is the Doctor Strange movie coming out?
Next year, I think. Maybe even later than that.
Well, also there's the Spider-Man movie. Isn't that supposed to come out this year?
Yeah, that's at
December, yeah.
like December of this year.
And that's supposedly involved with that storyline, so it would have to end with one season.
Yeah. Yeah, because if they did a second season, like, they couldn't just do this again. Like, they'd have to think of something different. And
so it's probably going to be a one and done.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind, honestly, but
Yeah, sometimes it's better to do it short than too long.
yeah, I think we talked about this last week, where it's just like, what shows would we think get a second season? Like, because we already know
Oh,
Loki
oh
is
yeah.
Loki season 2 is in development, and I think I said that like
Loki could go on for a while.
yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier definitely. She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, those are definitely candidates. Like the only stuff I don't really see like getting more seasons is stuff like Secret Invasion and like Armor Wars.
WandaVision.
Maybe even WandaVision too, but um, we'll just have to see where things end off.
Basically, just the big event stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, just final thoughts. Like, I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes, and I can't wait to see more of it. So,
Yeah.
Um, I
Also,
guess
the ending of that second episode was pretty eerie.
it was like very off-putting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we won't spoil it here. Anyway, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Gem of a human being.
Yes.
One
I
of the
love the
best. I got to say, one of the best actors working today.
One of the best Chris's too.
Yeah. So this came out literally the day we were recording the podcast last week, but
Yeah.
Chris Evans has been in talks to come back as Captain America in some form. They didn't say specifically what to that extent, but most people could just kind of summed it up more as like a cameo role or something more along those lines rather than him coming back in a full-on movie.
Well,
But
he is an old guy now, so
yeah. So
so please, Marvel, please don't bring Captain America back because we've got a new Captain America.
yeah, here's the thing. It's just like, I think this is kind of a bad decision.
He had 10 years.
Yeah,
He had 10 years.
as much as I love seeing Chris
Plenty of time.
Evans as Captain America, like, he had an ending. Like, his story is done. And
Yeah, like Marvel just let endings be ending.
yeah. So yeah, it would be kind of a betrayal to just be like, hey, I know we're doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and we teased that Sam was taking the shield, but let's have Steve come back instead. Like, no. But
It's like if you brought back Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
that would be just as upsetting, honestly.
They might.
They talked about putting him in a cameo in Black Widow.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that gonna work?
I don't know. I mean, that's in between That's in between like Civil War and Infinity War, I think.
See, he's not dead at that time, so.
Is it in between that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they said it was like in between. But
I don't know what he'd be doing with Black Widow though.
I don't know.
Well, who knows? They had some connection in the second movie of Iron Man, so who the hell knows?
I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore.
We don't. Yeah. That's the case with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just like we don't know anymore.
What's happening anymore.
This is going everywhere.
I don't think even the people behind the movies don't even know what they're doing. It's just like whatever.
Kevin has no idea. Papa Feige has no idea.
Kevin's just like, do this shit. I don't know.
I swear, but I swear, if they replace, oh no, they can't replace him because they already filmed parts for him in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was about to say they can't replace Charlie Cox, but he already filmed some stuff for Spider-Man.
The only way that I could see this working with Chris Evans is if they do more scenes of him as old Steve Rogers.
It could be like Old Man Logan, I guess.
Old man Logan.
I
That
don't
was a
know.
comic, actually.
Yeah, I don't know about that because I mean, if you see him in Endgame, like old age Steve, like he looks pretty like frail and
Feeble.
uh
He could be like a strategist.
yeah.
That's the only capacity
It
I want him in,
definitely couldn't
if
pick
at
up
all.
that shield anymore.
Captain America throws his mighty shield till he could not
More like
yield.
he has other people throw his shield for him.
Yeah.
Um, um, besides that, another thing that I saw with Chris Evans, I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter, but he was talking about the first time he saw the audience reaction to the Mjolnir moment in Endgame, and how it basically brought him to tears. And
My gosh.
yeah, I thought it was pretty sweet, and
It is sweet.
yeah, I figured I'd throw it in there. I think like he literally just said this like yesterday or the day before, but it was like, oh, like that's adorable. It's, um,
Now that's a good thing for this episode of the podcast. Actually, have something positive.
mhm. um, but yeah. Anyway, next topic. I guess I don't know what else to do.
You got all the topics, Marvel.
Well, there was just like two more things that I wanted to mention. Ethan Hawke in Moon Knight and Matt Damon in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, I love Ethan Hawke.
Now, I don't. They haven't said who he's playing, and I don't know who he would be playing because I don't really know Moon Knight comics all that well. But I am pretty excited to see Ethan Hawke because I like him a lot as an actor, and
Like just say, Dead Poets Society.
yeah. But that's all I have to really say about that. And then Matt Damon, um, this isn't the first Marvel movie he was in because he was in Thor Ragnarok, which a lot of
Oh
people
yeah,
forget about that.
he
So
played Loki in that play.
yeah, so I don't know if this is more or less a joke, running joke that Taika is doing, or if they're gonna actually make him a character, which I
Wait,
doubt.
what if he plays Iron Man dying?
In another
I'm I'm I'm
place.
I'm calling it now. They're gonna do a play reenactment of Iron Man dying in Endgame.
That would be great. Um, but yeah, it's always good to see Matt Damon
Yeah, I love
in
Matt Damon.
stuff.
Anything.
Yeah. But Swifty, what do you think about these two uh, bits of news?
Fellers.
I like them both as actors, so I'm looking forward to see them personally in the MCU. I like Matt Damon a lot.
Yeah.
They're both great actors.
They,
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Ethan Hawke because one of my favorite movies is Dead Poet Society,
Yeah,
and he's amazing in that.
yeah.
yeah.
And anyone who hasn't watched that movie, trust me, it'll bring you to tears. Just it's just a fact.
Mm-hmm. I'll believe it when I see it. Again, it's but yeah, that's pretty much everything in
Yeah.
terms of the podcast. Um, so yeah, we're gonna cap it off for this week, and yeah, special thanks to my co-hosts for always being there, feeding in on this bullshit we call comic book news. And any of you two got plans for your YouTube channels?
Um, I've
You
got
can
a
go first, baby.
I've got a few video ideas. I want to do a video about how much I don't like Chris Chibnall.
Okay.
He's the guy who's running Doctor Who, my favorite television show right
Mhm.
now, and he's terrible. So I want to do a video about that. I've been planning to do like a series about my top 10 favorite movies, like analyzing each one and talking about it, why I love it, and I just want to do YouTube videos more. What's the word? More
frequently.
Yeah, more frequently, more reliably. I did release my Die Hard video, which was very late, but I released it.
Yeah,
and I got
your belated Christmas review.
Yes. Who watched that? Raise your hand.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You got 6 likes, so
Yeah.
I feel proud.
Such a proud feeling.
Yeah.
What about you, Swifty?
And that fireplace goes way behind you.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you got, Swifty?
Well, the next video I'll be releasing is actually something we talked about today. I'm releasing a Batman the Animated Series. Kind of my hopes and expectations and stuff for what I would like to see if this does happen. I'm actually writing a script for it. Like after we're done, I'm gonna finish the script, and then
Awesome.
the video should be recorded tonight.
Okay.
So, and I'm still waiting on my audio from Ultra.
Well,
the revised audio.
I burned my hand, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You can't click a computer button. It's okay.
I can't. It's
I'm just kidding.
How do you get on here again?
But yeah, so that's really it. That's the main video I'm working on.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets some traction and some likes and views or whatever.
Also, sometime we'll do that chill stream at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
And also, hopefully I don't get any of those damn bots.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was about to mention. Was like, hope your comment section doesn't get ruined by bots.
Bro, knowing my luck, it's probably real people.
I thought they were pedophiles.
But bro, yeah, dude. See, the thing is, I actually think they were real people because they're all gone now. They're all gone.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, what the? Yeah, bro. the accounts don't even exist anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
yeah. So whatever, but who cares? That's over with.
I laughed so hard when I came back when I went on the video again to watch it, and I'm like, man, there's literally only just 2 comments. It's like, did you delete all of them?
No, bro.
Yeah. In terms of what I have, because I got some things on the docket, might do some reactions for some trailers, especially Sunday, because I heard Kong vs. Godzilla trailers coming out, which that should be pretty cool. And I mean, I have for next week, I have a video with Swifty that I'm working on, and should be pretty good. And
I see.
And of course, we always have the podcast here every Friday. So
yeah.
Also, I really gotta get that chill stream in with the both of you.
Yeah.
At some point. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all that fun stuff. Be sure to follow me and everything.
Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, do that.
As he says at the end of every video.
God damn.
Yeah, subscribe now. Before you're even thinking about subscribing to either of those channels, subscribe to me.
Be sure to follow me and everything, such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll see you all next week. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to take care of yourselves.
And be nerdy.
And keep being nerdy. See you guys.